So, what is Meld Spark? Well, Meld Spark is an AI module within Meld Studio. It uses Gemini AI to create pretty much anything that you can think of that you would use for your live streaming, including scene collections, all your overlays, alerts, and some out-of-the-box things like something I'll show you right here and right now. Welcome to the broadcast. Take a look at the quality you are seeing right now. What you're looking at is the YoloCam S7, the exact camera that I'm using to film this entire video. So the great thing about Meld Spark is it's going to be your editor. It's going to do everything for you inside of Meld Studio for creating all your various graphics, alerts, audio, that sort of thing. It really does make things really easy. So I want to show you some of the ways that I've used it personally inside of Meld Studio for my own live streams. But the quickest way to access Meld Studio Spark is by going over to the little icon here in the upper right corner. It is the new little diamond. Here you can start a new chat if you need one at the beginning. This is what everything will look like. And then from there, you can create whatever you want to do. If you have something specific that you have in mind, simply type it in the chat here and it will create whatever you ask it. Let's do something for, say, a Battlefield themed game scene. So let's say create a Battlefield 6 themed game scene with a video capture of the El Gato 4KS and my webcam, the YOLO Cam S7. Now let's see if it will do all of that. And what you're currently seeing is the Battlefield 6 scene. And as it creates the assets, you should see them pop up within the canvas. Currently, Spark says it is cooking, has created available sources, created elements, pulled up the layout, completed the action, created new elements. And what it's doing is capturing my game PC. But inside a Battlefield 6 scene, it has created a webcam package that includes the webcam border and my YoloCam S7. Now you can move these around. All you need to do is select the webcam package, and then you can move these around to wherever you want them within the scene. Resize them, do whatever you need. Along with the BF6 HUD, which is a browser source that you can then resize, do whatever you need to do. If you do not like the styling, you can upload or attach a file of a design that you like, and it can use and reference that file for your assets. So one of the things that I've done within Meld Studio and Spark is I've asked Spark to make me a scene collection for Arc Raiders. Now it built a fairly nice foundation for me to then customize, but I did go in and asked it to do various assets, including these the lines that are indicative of Arc Raiders, including the blue line that then bends over. I did give it a reference graphic for it to use for that so that it can design it, and then they are actually part of their own assets that I can then move around and adjust as necessary. And they have been recreated in various ways within each of the scenes that I have, along with the alerts and a little chat widget that is in the lower left-hand corner within this purple area. Again, all of these have been designed with Spark. It took me, I would say, probably about 20 minutes of tweaking to get everything to where I liked it. But the great thing is I did this all within the framework of Spark and Meld without having to pay anybody to do anything. And it pretty much created everything that I wanted, including the electromagnetic alert or electrostorm alert that you have heard. Now, the thing about the electrostorm alert with the audio file is I did download the file that I recorded from the game and modified it within my audio editor, and then made the MP3 file, and then uploaded the MP3 file for Spark to use for the alert. Now, it has called Storm Alert. And then I've asked it to do various things like shake the alert, the time with the lightning strike, which I figured out the time for that was 3.2 seconds into the alert, and it syncs up with that. And the lightning that you saw is colored based off the type of alert, whether it be a subscriber, a raider, a donator, a member. Each one triggers its own color of lighting based off the type of alert, which is really neat. All done with Spark, which is it's just really cool what it's done. I love it. I absolutely love it. Now, looking at Spark, it has a number of pre-built creations that you can use that are already built that you can transfer right over into your stream, like Cubic Pets, Celestial Reminders, Tetris, Chat 1v1, Party Time, Pixel Avatars. All these little things are built already, ready for use, that you can use as various ways for your viewers to interact with you and your stream. There are a ton of these that you can then use to then customize to your own liking and to your own purpose, which is a really nice feature. As you can see with my live stream, I've currently got a number of scenes already built based on, around the Arc Raiders theme that was created entirely with Spark, including my alerts, which I can test for you right here. Simply by typing test alert, it does a test of the alerts that it created directly inside of my stream, and it also gives you the alert widgets that I created that fits the Arc Raiders theme too, using one of the pre-made chat widgets that I just add Sparks to customize using the colors within Arc Raiders. Now, there is some limitations to Spark that you do need to know about. It cannot create anything that Meld cannot physically support. A big one that comes to my mind currently are stinger transitions, source recording, that sort of thing. So, for instance, if I wanted to record my camera and use the teleprompter that I just created, it would record everything all at one time instead of being able to just select my camera for recording while still showing the teleprompter in the same scene. That's currently not supported, but it's coming. So there is functionality currently that Spark cannot do for Meld that in the future it will be able to do because Meld will support those functions. But there is so many other things that Spark can do that Meld currently supports, and I've got some examples to show you. So if you're starting Spark for the first time, I do recommend using some of the pre-built assets that are within Spark that you will see at the top when you start a new chat. Things like your included widgets, social alerts. It has a pretty good baseline of products that you can then use in your stream in your various scenes. There you can then customize it to whatever you want. Now, I think that this is a learning curve for people. You're going to have to learn how to talk to Spark, how it likes certain prompts. I think the more detail you can give it, the better. But just like any AI, it can only decipher what you tell it. So if you're, indescriptive, it's going to give you an indescriptive output. So use assets that you can download to it. You can reference any of those. use specific colors if you know what the codes are, if you can reference a certain image. That's all things that you can do to help Spark figure out what you want it to do. But then again, it does a great job at saying, hey, you want to add a timer? You want to increase font size? It gives you these things, and you could click on it, and then you can see how it gives those commands. And it's a good learning tool for you to then use for future things that you want it to create. Now, what you do need to know about Spark is it's going to be a paid part of Meld Studio. It is not going to be for free eventually. I do not know the details of the pricing of it, but there will be I think a subscription-based plan that you will have to, have an account for, have a subscription to be able to use Spark. This will not affect the other assets of Meld. You'll still be able to stream. You'll still be able to build your own stuff manually. But if you want to use Spark, it will be a paid function of Meld Studio. I'm really excited. I'm going to be honest with you. When I was introduced to this, I was blown away, because really the only limitation beyond the physical capabilities that Meld provides is the user, because Spark, being generative AI that's going to be able to learn over time, it's just going to get better and better. You're going to really be able to create some really cool things. The world is your oyster, people. So go out there, enjoy Spark. I would love to see some of the out-of-box creations that you do with Spark. All right, everybody, that is it for me. Have a great day. If you got any questions, drop a comment down below. Visit my live streams on Twitch, on YouTube. I stream every Saturday morning from 6 to 10 and every other Monday from 6 to 10 also. Y'all be good. We'll see you later.